Hi everyone. Today I'll be presenting about our topic, which is neuromuscular junction, which is why do we need to know about it. So before we start this presentation, I would like to introduce to you guys to our group members, group 7. So first we'll have Muhammad Hilman, Kuliah, and also Farhanum Anissa. Sorry about that. And also me, as Ainurdini Mama Azam. So to get into this topic, I'll be presenting about the introductions of muscles. So let me recap a few things about muscles. Muscles is a soft tissues. Muscle is a soft tissues that is capable of changing and relaxing, and also most animal relies on muscles of movement. So there are 3 distinct types of muscle tissues. First, the smooth muscle. Second one, cardiac muscle. Third one, skeletal muscle. And these will help all of the muscles to move in sync. As you see, also there's a type of a non-motile animal, or we call it a seal, who lives underwater, where they don't need any muscle because of the current flow of water helps them in their movement and also provide them food. So next, all muscle tissues have 4 characteristics in common. So I will tell you this will be a very important part where every characteristic in muscles where we need to know. So the first one is excitability, second one contractilities, third one extensibility, the fourth one is elasticity. So from here, we know that muscles are very important.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Farhanum Anissa, and I'm going to share about the structures that involve in neuromuscular junction. As we know, neuromuscular junctions occur at the axon terminal and the muscle fibers. The structures that involve, some of it we already know, and some of these structures are new to us and we are not familiar with. So we can see here the structures that involve in neuromuscular junctions are including muscle fibers, axon branch, plasma membrane of axon terminal where the synapse occur, synaptic vesicle where the transmitters is stored and released, the synaptic cleft, and it is a space that separates the 2 neurons. The sarcolemma, it has the same function of plasma membrane, where it acts as the barrier between the external compartment and internal compartment of muscle fiber. The mitochondria for energy to make sure the synapse occur. The myofibril, nucleus, and ACH. ACH is the chief of neurotransmitter of the parasympathetic nerve system, where it's to make sure the contract of smooth muscle, dilates blood vessel, increase the bodily secretion, and slow the heart rate. And we have ACHE. ACHE, it will terminate the neuronal transmission and signaling between synapses to prevent the ACH dispersal and activation of nearby receptor. And we also have a new one, which is ACH receptor, where it's aimed to make sure that the nerve impulse will propagate between the nerve and muscle. And here we can see there's also the folded sarcolemma, which will increase the surface and will increase the efficiency of synapse to occurs. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, I am Kuliah AS13501 will present to you function part of neuromuscular junction. The first one is muscle fiber. Actually, muscle fiber is a composed cell of skeletal muscle tissue. So how it communicates with neuromuscular junction? When the nervous system signal reach the neuromuscular junction, a chemical message is released by the motor neuron. The muscle fiber also helps in muscle contraction. Next, we have axon branch. The axon branch has potential to innervate the muscle fiber. And the third one is plasma membrane of axon. We also have synaptic vesicle, which is it plays the central role in synaptic transmission. It also uptake, storage, and stimulus-dependent release of neurotransmitter. Number 5 is synaptic cleft. It's actually gap between the presynaptic terminal and the postsynaptic muscle membrane. It's crucial for the alignment, organization, and structural integrity of the neuromuscular junction. Next, we have sarcolemma. As we can see in this picture, the sarcolemma placed near the middle of the fiber and its function to propagate action potential and is involved in excitation contraction coupling. Number 7, we have mitochondria. In this neuromuscular junction, it provides ATP for the assembly of actin cytoskeleton involved in the assembly of the presynaptic specialization, including the clustering of synaptic vesicles and mitochondria themselves. Number 8, we have myofibril, which is it perform muscle contraction. And the last one, we have nucleus. As we know, nucleus controls and regulates the activities of the cell. Now I will pass the presentation to Hilman.
Hello, my name is Hilman. I will continue to present our topic about neuromuscular junction. Now I will be explain about the series of events in neuromuscular junction. This series happen when we do any physical activity including marathon, swimming, running, or even hiking, as it will create an electrical impulse, or also called as action potential. Actually, the action potential which is coming from either brain or spinal cord. So to start off the whole process, the action potential from brain or spinal cords will travels down to the neuron, and that is called the axon terminal. The action potential will cause the terminal of the motor neuron to become depolarized and will make the calcium channels to open and allow the calcium ions to enter into the motor neuron. This will cause the vesicle containing acetylcholine inside the terminal axon to release acetylcholine into the synaptic cleft. The synaptic cleft is the area between the motor neuron and the muscle fiber. Then, the acetylcholine will bind to the receptor sites on the membrane of the muscle fiber. The binding will make the ion channels on the membrane of muscle fiber to open, so it will allow the sodium ions to diffuse inside the muscle fiber, and the influx of sodium ions, which is positive charges, will depolarize the membrane of muscle fiber. So once the depolarization reaches a threshold, the action potential is generated, which will travel along the T-tubule to the sarcoplasmic reticulum, and finally the action potential will cause the muscle contraction. So after the process, the acetylcholine that binds to the receptor on the membrane of muscle fiber will be broken down to acetic acid and also choline. And the acetylcholine will be broken down by the enzyme called acetylcholinesterase. So I guess that is all from me about the flow and the series of events that happen at neuromuscular junction. Thank you.
In conclusion, we know that neuromuscular junction is a microstructure present at the junction of motor neurons and the skeletal muscle fibers. It actually functions as a bridge connecting the skeletal system and the nervous system. Other than that, it is also responsible for transducting the excitatory electrical impulse from the nervous system to the muscle fiber. That result a muscle fiber action. That's all for our presentation. Thank you for watching.
Singing low while I'll pop a bottle off of ya. Chain swinging, clang clang, and it costs a lot. Bitch, I'm always at the guala, yeah, and you are not bad.